Hey you guys, I have some very important information I want to share with you today. This is for all of my people who are type 2 diabetic like myself. For me, it's hereditary. Not too much I can do about it, or so I thought, right? Except take the medications, right? So back in January, I started going to the doctor and I had my blood test done. And my A1C back in January was 12.5. Yes, 12.5. Now, all of you know that's seriously high, seriously a problem, right? Yes. Now, all of my organs, everything else is fine, great condition. The doctor was kind of surprised. But I'm that girl that takes aloe vera gel, the Chlorofresh I told you guys about in a different video. I take a lot of stuff for internal healing and cleansing that's natural. But my sugar levels were still extremely elevated. So the doctor put me on 2 medications, metformin and what is that, glibazide? I think I'm pronouncing it right, not really sure. But I was on 2 medications, right, for 3 months. Well, when I went back for my 90-day checkup to do my A1C blood work again, the doctor pricked my finger and my sugar was 225. Now, you know the norm is somewhere between 90 and 125. Anyway, once she did this, she was like, well, I might have to increase your medications. And I'm like, well, wait, let's get the A1C results back first, because my numbers are pretty good when I'm testing at home. It's high in the morning. I know how I am. I'm like around 1 something, or the low 2s, or like 202 or something like that. And it's normal throughout the day, right? It metabolizes and I'm great throughout the day. Anyway, I'm going to get to this product that I really want you to go out and buy if you are type 2 diabetic. So when I took my test, again, 90 days later, I was 7.9. Virtually unheard of to go from a 12.5 down to a 7.9. She said, Mary, this is excellent. If you lose 10 pounds and you continue whatever it is you're doing, you can probably come off of the medications in another 3 months. Well, I just continued to take the medications, and it was one thing I was taking. I hadn't paid any attention to it, right? I was just doing it because a guy friend of mine introduced me to it, because he does it as a ritual every morning. And he said, well, you might want to try this. It's really good for you. Well, if you tell Mary Honeybee Morrison something really good for you and it's natural, I'm probably going to try it. So I didn't realize that my numbers started creeping back up, right? I stopped taking what he had, introduced me to. My numbers creeped back up. Before I knew it, I was back up to like the 200, mid 200s in the morning. Then I started seeing 300s again, which I hadn't seen those numbers really since I had first started taking the medication. But I missed a couple of doses and stuff like that. But I knew something was different and something was wrong. So I started thinking, what was I doing when I went from 12.5 down to 7.9 in 90 days, which is virtually unheard of again. And it dawned on me, right? He introduced me to this tea. It's a green tea. I just added to my water. That's the way he was drinking it. That's the way I was drinking it. So a regular bottle of water, you put like a teaspoon of the green tea in here. And I was drinking it like every morning and throughout the day sometimes, but basically in the morning. Now I drink it like throughout the day. If I get up in the middle of the night, I drink it. It keeps your blood sugar levels down, right? So what kind of tea is this? I don't sell this tea, so I'm not trying to make any money off of you. I'm not trying to say, oh, go and get this because, I'm going to profit from it. I'm just sharing with you something that works for me. So if you're diabetic or type 2, if somebody in your family is, your mother, cousin, sister, brother, and you know that they are, the best thing you can do is have them try this. I can't guarantee you that it'll work for you like it worked for me, but this has definitely been the difference. And I would say in another 90 days, by my birthday, September 17th, my goal is to be off of medication. So my goal is to lose 20 pounds, be off of medication, get my boobies done and my tummy tucked. That's a whole nother story. I'm going to have to tell you about that later. But here's the tea. I'm hoping you can see it. It's a Manta tea. This one is universal quality. That's what it says, universal quality. It's a Japanese tea. You get it in the tea section. I got mine from Whole Foods. I guess there's other places and health food stores you can get it from. This is universal quality, and it works well, right? So when I went to the store, I couldn't remember which one to get, so I ended up getting the ceremonial one, right, which is in this can. So both of these are going to run you well over $20, right? Somewhere between $20 and $30. This one was $28 at Whole Foods, $28. And you have, I think it said like 28 or something. I don't know how many servings. Don't worry about that. But it is a little bit pricey, but it's definitely much better than taking medication all the time. So this green tea actually helped to stabilize my blood sugar. I didn't change my diet. I drink just about every day. I have a cocktail to end my day, to wind down, or go to happy hour. And, you know, my drink is pineapple Ciroc, pineapple juice, and orange Patron liqueur. A third, and a third. Honey, let me tell you, then you're going to have to add it on ice or put some water in it to water it down a little bit. That's the bomb cocktail, right? I didn't even take my cocktail out of the equation. I was still doing that when I was doing the green tea, when I went from 12.5 down to 7.9. So if you try to do something different, I'm just going to say, give it a try. Give it a try for 3 months. See how it works for you. Look at your numbers. You know, when I noticed my numbers were elevated, now I started taking the green tea again about 5 days ago. And I told my girlfriend, my bestie friend, right. I talk to her all the time, Vanessa. I said, girl, my numbers are back down, and I'm doing the same thing. But without this tea, and even on the medication was not doing it for me. And I refuse to try any of that new stuff that they have on the market, all these new drugs for diabetics. I refuse to try it. You know, you're going to go blind. You're going to have a urinary tract infection. You're going to have kidney problems. You can die from pancreatic, this, that, failure, whatever. Oh, honey, please. Honeybee ain't doing all of that. I'm going to keep doing this. Yes, you can put your Chlorofresh in there too. Remember, I told you about Chlorofresh. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it's getting a little bit lengthy right now. And I want you to go out and try it. And if you try it, would you please hit me up, right? I'm going to put a hashtag with this video. I want you to just hashtag TheRealMaryB and just let me know if this green tea has worked for you. Okay? Peace.